This is a MapleSoft digital education podcast.
Good day, my name is Stephen Furino. I am the Assistant Dean for Online Studies in the Faculty of Mathematics at the University of Waterloo in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. I'm also a chief collaborator with MapleSoft on the creation of Mobius, which is a development and deployment platform for digital STEM assets. And today I'm with Alessandro Bogino from the University of Turin in Italy. Welcome.
Thanks.
So what was the first digital asset project that you worked on?
In 2015 I hold a research grant and to collaborate in the realization of project Orientamente. Orienta is the Italian word for orienting. Then we write an at, and then mente is the Italian word for mind. And it was an open online platform, open to the world, for the fruition to self-paced massive open online courses. Then I still work in the maintenance and improving of this platform. And this is my major experience in open online courses, and because I work at two levels: administration of the courses and then realization or help others, graduate students or PhD students, to realize some interactive materials or some resources for these open online courses, especially in mathematics, because I got a master's degree in mathematics.
So were you, just to be clear, so you were responsible for assisting people to create the digital assets that others would use? I help other students to create, and I create these materials by myself too. Okay. And what age did you target? High school or university or first year university?
Orientamente, the project Orientamente is in the delicate phase of transition from the high school to the university. It's a platform where students can explore the course of study of the University of Turin. They can prepare themselves to attend the entrance test, especially to the scientific course of the University of Turin. And also there are some realignment courses in four disciplines: biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics. And I work help to realize, I collaborate to realize the realignment course in mathematics. In this course, students can review their basic knowledge and then they can fill their gaps in their preparation before attend a scientific course of the University of Turin.
You've been building digital assets, online courseware for students. What's the most important thing for you in creating those assets for students? What are the important elements in an online course?
One of the most important elements in this course are the interactivity, because with interactive materials, students can be protagonists of their learning process. We also use we also use system of system of automatic evaluation.
Automatic evaluation,
okay.
Yeah.
We also use system of automatic evaluation, and with this student can be aware of their strengths and of their limits. And this is very important in the phase when they are exploring the course of study, where they are deciding if they want to go to university or not.
So your material is actually being used before they commit to going to university, a specific university program.
Oh, they can be used for this stuff.
So I'm thinking, so I'm a student who's deciding on going to university. I think maybe I want to go into science. Science needs some mathematics.
Yes.
So I make use of your content.
Oh,
and,
yes.
and then I can either be affirmed that yes, I have the mathematical skill to go on, or I have some weaknesses, some limits, and I need to spend more time learning a certain class of material. And I might decide, oh, I don't want to do that because I can't learn the material, so I'm not sufficiently prepared or interested to learn the material.
It's important that students could be aware of this weakness, and then with this material, with this course, they can fill the gap in their preparation, and then they can attend a scientific course, and they can attend the lesson of basic mathematics or the basic chemistry, physics and biology. And
I guess where I was going was, it's very important to fill the gap, but I think it's also important for me as a student to know that maybe there's an area that I'm not suited for. So instead of saying I'm going to go to the University of Turin and study chemistry, when I'm clearly not able to do that, I might spend a year of my life and some thousands of euros when I could learn earlier, perhaps with your material, that maybe I should go study something else. So what's next? So you've got these assets in place for orientation. What are your ambitions for that material? How are you going to make it better or make it more broadly used?
Orientamente was born for some scientific course of the University of Turin. Maybe also the course of study can reach Orientamente and then can give us their materials and their resources, and then we can updating and improving our platform with introducing other course of study of the university. And then yes, Orientamente is still updating, and every year we review the materials, we updating the materials, and there are also several courses dedicated to the preparation to the entrance test, and every year students can attend these courses, and they can find new question and come si dice? New question and
Practice?
they can practice, but they can find some question of the last years.
Previous year's exams?
Previous year's exam, and a sort of continuous communication between the test and the preparation at the test.
Differences in technology. So you've been working in building digital assets for more than 2 years now. What are your thoughts on where the technology needs to go to better support e-learning?
Oh, yes. From my experience, I think that it's very important to create a community online of students where students can communicate with each other, and they can suggest some stuff to each other. They also can learn things about other mistakes or errors, and they can compare the strategies of resolution and so on, and they can also become competitors with other students. This is also a stuff important for learning, because
so you've just mentioned something that comes up a lot when we talk about online learning, and that's the human connection.
Human connection.
So you've just said that it's very important that there be a community of learners and students can talk to each other directly.
Directly or indirectly with forums, chat, also with web conference. I think there are a very important way to give students more motivation and more involve them in a better way in their course.
So I'm a student,
Okay.
and I'm thinking, okay, I want to be a scientist.
Okay.
I want to win a Nobel Prize. And
Everybody wants to be.
and I'm going to do that at the University of Turin.
Okay.
What are the technologies that will help me become as strong as possible when I start? So maybe that was badly phrased. What is it that you want your online resources to do to make me as strong as possible when I enter the university? So as an example.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think that it's important. It's important that technology helps students to self-organize their learning process, and because as a practical matter, the management of time is a crucial fact in the university, because you have to attend lessons, to prepare your exam, and also to have enough time to understand and to apply what are you studying, not to study, then go to the exam and then forget everything.
Right.
And I think that the self-organization it's very important, and also self-assessment. If you have a test that can automatically grade you and give you feedback, you can also grade yourself and be aware of your strength and of your limits, and then reflect about you have to do to.
So this is actually very ambitious, because what you're talking about is teaching more than just the content of mathematics. You're teaching implicitly maybe the skills of being a learner. I have to be self-motivated, I have to be disciplined, I have to reflect.
I think that technology can help to do this. I hope that technology can.
Because I think many people would argue that most 17 or 18-year-olds, and particularly males, don't reflect very carefully on their learning and their work and the world around them. So I think it would be a great thing if the content that the technology that you have and the content that you produce and the way students interact with it makes them not simply better students in terms of knowing more content, but better learners, that they can self-organize.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Gracias.
Nice to meet you.